Mic check. Mic check. Hello peeps, I think I've sorted that camera out now. How are we all? About to come down on a nice hot sunny day and just chill and do a bit of this painting. These models don't paint themselves, how is everyone? That wet palette's got a bit dry. Now put some new paper on it. Lovely. Gonna have to buy some more of these papers. That's all sorted. Happy days. And today's tunes are by Scrappy Vibes. Put this on and get back to work, it's called. How we doing then peeps? Welcome to the stream. Back again like a renegade master. Thought I'd take a week off after last week. Well, that wasn't the plan, but you know. Felt good, spent a bit of time with the family. Had a nice takeout last night. Best chicken kebab ever. Absolutely bosh. I see somebody there in the chat. free to type a message, say hello, or don't. That's quite fine. But the best thing about these lives is always having a good chat with people. Change it from top chat to live chat. There we go. See everybody's comments now. stream will be good. Ask how you wandered over to this little place. Did you see some 40k, maybe have an interest yourself? Or maybe you just like painting, you're a hobby enthusiast. I love my music, my games, my modelling. We've got a whole community full of DJs, painters, modelers, gamers. Feel free to come and join us on Discord. Get involved with chat or not, whichever your prerogative is. I try to be a little bit more chatty on these lives. I'm not a big talker. Except when somebody wants to talk. And then I usually listen. And try and offer some helpful feedback in a way which somebody else may not have thought of. Can't help it, it's second nature these days. Got a big coaching background. So I'm quite a curious person. I like to ask questions. I grew up believing the only dumb question was the one you didn't ask. No matter how silly it may seem. You don't know what you don't know. Here we go. Dams are starting to take form now. Quite pleased with the steady progress. What's that? Never a fail. I did order some brand new golden maple brushes, and they got delivered. Unfortunately, by Every, and Every have put them through the letterbox next door. Now the problem with that is nobody lives next door, so now I cannot get my brand new golden maple brushes because I delivered them to the wrong address. Well done, Every. Another typical Every performance there. So. You alright, Papa? I'm just in here painting for a bit, Bobby. It's not day. I thought you and Coco might like to chill in the room. There we go. What do we reckon? Better than the ones on the jet bike. Right, now I've got to somehow trace around all the edges of these. Going to plan. Which I'm a little bit surprised myself, to be quite honest. When I picked this paint scheme, I wasn't entirely sure I could even get close to making it look half decent. I'm not dissatisfied so far. It's taken a lot of time, but Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. Camera's not very well placed. There we go, let me put it more central. Lines I've got to do over again now. Which I'm going to try and highlight. Yeah, frost blue, I think. feel like I need an even finer brush, but I don't have one. That didn't too bad actually. Easy, Dreadheart. How you doing, man? Yeah, you gotta focus on the tiny bits, right? How you doing, bro? I don't think I've ever tried to paint anything as difficult as this in my time, but paint we shall. We're winning. How we doing, peeps? You good? Welcome to the stream's hobby fans. As Dreadheart said, he's barely blinked. Yeah, there's a lot of focus going on here. I think it's coming together though. Hello there, peeps. How are we all doing? Welcome to the stream. What's everybody up to this weekend then? Any nice plans out there? Very similar to myself, hiding from the heat, sitting in a nice cool room and painting some models. It's that hyper focus, Dreadoid. What can I say? Guilty as charged, my friend. Well, hello everyone. You keep rolling in. How's it going, everybody? I'm not here for the painting, I'm here for the chat. I can paint offline quite contently. But it's always nice to come on and chat with other painters, hobbyists, musicians, artists. There we go. Just got this top empty to do now. Then we can get on with the rest of the Wraith Knight, Wraith Lord. I don't have a Wraith Knight yet. They look like an epic painting project though, the size of them. So, painting and modelling enthusiasts, where are you? Say hi in the chat. got a quiet chat again today. I seem to get a lot of quiet chats. Is it the background music we put on? Nice and chill? I'm just happy you're here and I hope you're well. I do occasionally look up and check for any of your comments. Had a really nice night last night. Went over to see my bro over in North Yorkshire. Got an absolute banging takeaway. Took a while to deliver, but once it arrived, one of the best tasting chicken kebabs I've had in a long time. Proper tasty. Right, now let's do those gems. See, on the green background I've done them rather snazzy pink, so I'm thinking on the purplish pink background I do them a rather snazzy bright green. So that's what we're going to go about doing. Start with the darkest green tone I have, a bit of inky by darkness. I always start from the dark stuff and work your way up to the lighter stuff. That's how I do it anyway. I was watching a gentleman actually that went from the light to the darker stuff earlier. That was different. But it can be done. Each to their own, I guess. Hey! How are we doing, Longinus? Welcome back to the stream, brother. Greetings all the way to Atlanta from here in the unusually sunny UK, to be quite honest. How are you doing, sir? Easy, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream and hello to you too. What brings you to these parts? You into a bit of painting and modelling yourself? Maybe some music, art, DJing? We do bits of all sorts over here. I was on the DJ decks behind me only the other day. Had a really good solid house jam. Really enjoyed that. I don't DJ on YouTube because YouTube doesn't like playing copyrighted music, so I do stream DJ sets on Twitch because it's a lot more friendly to DJs. Oh, wrong one, wrong one. Where do we go in here? No, we're on the green. Adhd, damn it. I did buy a load of these new war paints. I am a painter. I'm quite happy actually. They're rather nice. If we just, there you go. That's the new set of army painter stuff amongst all the Citadel and some for Echo. Recently got my first Warhammer figure, though it was an action figure. I love the Joy Toy stuff. I have 2 Imperial Fists, and we have a Bulwark and an Intercessor. I have a Space Wolf Intercessor. I have the limited edition Space Marine 2 Titus figure. And what were the others? Sergeant Santoros and his 2 buddies, which are Blood Angel Terminator Assault models. The Joy Toy stuff is absolutely fantastic. And last night, my brother decided to tell me I've still got a Joy Toy Dreadnought in the garage. Yes, you can imagine my face when he's telling me he's got a Joy Toy Dreadnought in the garage. That won't be in his garage for long. I intend to get that off him. And it will be pretty cool to see a Joy Toy Dreadnought next to the 3D printed Warhound Titan I have, which stands at about 18 inch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to try and get that off him. That should be fun. Oh, you should try some of the minis, you know. They're rather fun to paint. Richards on the guard do look cool as hell. I used to play AD&D way back in the day. That's Advanced Dungeons and Dragons role playing. And my favourite character to play was a paladin. His character sheet still exists 30 years later. I can't remember what the devil level he got up to, but it's a very high ranking character. Oh, my background music stopped. Must have only been about an hour. 1 second. Listening to Scrappy Vibes channel. Does some lovely stuff. If you were to get some smaller minis, what might tempt you? Victrix Honor Guard are pretty cool. I would recommend, if you were to start, maybe a Marine chapter. People jump in with orcs. I think orcs can be a bit tricky, but I've got a lot of friends that do love their orcs and chaos. Space Marine test are you? What? You got a Black Templar. The Black Templar bulwarks look pretty sick. I could go grab the Terminator ones and show you those. Give me a second. It's only in the next room. Oh, there goes one. So this is a trio of Blood Angel Terminators, Sergeant and Taurus and his buddies. And let's zoom this camera out a little bit, it'll help. There we go. So this here is Sergeant Santoros with his lightning claws. It's a lot bulkier than the normal marine Joy toys, quite considerably so. Chunk of a model. And we have his brother Val. Again. With lightning claws. Another little chonker. Oh, one of them's lost a foot. I don't know where that's gone. That wasn't the one I dropped either. And then we have the Thunderhammer Storm Shield Brother Talon. Look pretty cool. The rule of cool is usually the decision maker in this little modelling universe. But yeah, the Terminators are pretty damn cool. I wonder if I did drop his foot down here when I dropped it. Oh, I did. Ta-da! Luckily, it's all push fit and clicks back together. Ta-da! Your Space Marines, you can do what they like. Generally, they come in chapters, but as for the Joy toys, I have, like I say, Imperial Fists, I have Blood Angels, I have Ultramarines, and I have Space Wolves. The Dreadnought, the aforementioned Dreadnought, is an Ultramarine, which would go really nice with Captain Titus, which I haven't unboxed yet actually. Still brand new in box. They're a bit sick, those termies. Work some joy toys yourself, dude. That was longiness. I've got some mean looking wolf guard terminators, but miniature size ones. I've got all my bits for this strafe knot magnetic. They all keep sticking together. Basically, they all just clicking like so. Not magnetised a model before, so I've just thought I'd have a go. And it works out quite well, to be fair. Nice fist, yep. There we go. Stick some there. Ultimately, it's going to look pretty good when it's done, I think. Work in progress. How big are they, what, in comparison to a normal 40k model? Well, let's get out a 40k Terminator and compare it to a joy toy Terminator. Here's a box I painted earlier, which there are some Terminators right on the top of it. So let's have a Primaris Terminator with lightning claws. There he is. Not quite finished yet. But there you have it. That is your size comparison. Let's get a zoom on. There you go. 40k model, joy toy model. I think the scale, what it says, is pretty accurate, to be fair. Oh, Transformers. That's a whole different kettle of fish. My brother has one of the most amazing masterpiece collections of Transformers I've ever seen. In fact, last night I was watching a video, and it was the largest Transformer released, and they've literally built, I think it's like 4.5, 5 foot. And if you remember Metroplex, the Autobot City, they've literally made a 5 foot Metroplex, which is pretty damn impressive. Deluxor Voyager. I'm not sure what you mean by Deluxor Voyager, buddy. But there you go. And if you want to see a finished painted one, there you go. That is my Wolfguard Sergeant. Yeah, it's a hell of a model. I literally watched a YouTube video on it last night and sent my brother the link. Like, hey, you've got all those models, bro. And he has Omega Supreme, that's stood on top of his display unit. And there must be about 3 foot gap from the top of the display unit to his ceiling. But Omega Supreme takes up most of that. There's probably maybe an inch or two above the top of Omega Supreme, so he's quite a chunky boy as well. Huge. Divorce class indeed. I would not surprise though if Djing actually went out and bought one. I really wouldn't be. Side by side. No, but they made an interesting announcement the other day about a collaboration between Space Marine 2 and Helldivers 2. Me and my brother were discussing this last night. I hope they bring out some power armor and a bolt gun that he could arm up in Helldivers 2. But the thought before that is realistically, you're probably looking at Imperial Guard being implemented into Helldivers 2. So we'll have to see. But I'm quite excited to see what they do. What you been up to, Longinus? You having a good weekend, sir? This is a Tesseract Glow. It's a really cool paint, and it makes these green gemstones just pop. It's not the friendliest paint, for the reason that you can see a lot always settles in the bottom of the pot, and I don't have a proper paint shaker, and it takes a lot of that. Mind seeing that artwork though, Erica. In the description is a link to the Discord. Do come in and yeah, if you can find that picture, I'd love to see it. Sounds cool as. Yeah, I hear that, buddy. Been having a bit of a clear out myself, planning on moving soon, and I don't mean or intend to take all the stuff that I have with me. I have my MPC Live listed up for sale on eBay. I've got my Dex and Mixer up for sale on eBay. The lad that does my gardening for me, he is interested in buying those oh, you can see them just behind that shoulder. There's PreSonus 7XT speakers. They're beautiful. He may be wanting them, so I'll leave the ball in his court. What do we reckon? The green gem's a nice contrast on that. I think so. In comparison to the pink on green. They need brightening up some of them. Not happy with that. Ooh, chunky little intro. This is right up my street, these tunes. So do any of us play 40k, Kill Team, AOS, old school Warhammer? I do have an old school Warhammer army, Skaven. Oh, sweet. So this is the picture. Yeah, that's pretty sick, is that? That'd be really cool. Yes, law would prohibit it, but that would so be a cool diorama. In fact, that's not a bad idea. Try and build that as a diorama. That would look cool as ice. Thank you for sharing that, mate. That's absolutely sick. And welcome to the Discord. Always in there in the voice chat rooms, chilling out, community hangs out, gaming nights are a regular thing. Let's go. Saisun has just messaged me actually. What time did you send that? 2:30. I'll join you at 16:30. 15, 13. Yeah, I'll go join. Let's go for a game about 4:30. I've got my dogs to let out and feed and stuff though first. Let's Go is a really cool dude. Dawn of War, Space Marine 1, Gladius. Do you know they've done a remix of Space Hulk? I saw it on sale on Steam a couple of weeks ago. I bookmarked it and then, yeah, I forgot about the sale. So I'm waiting for it to go on sale again. I was wondering why my phone wasn't charging. Helps if I turn the power on. I'm really looking forward to Dawn of War 4. I had all the previous 3, although they were seemingly on another Steam account. can't remember when I changed my Steam account, but they are not there anymore. So I may have to buy them again. They're all gonna be green. So we'll start them. But no, Thinking by Darkness, isn't it? Pardon me, I apologise for that. Yeah, I'll probably keep building up on those Joy Toy models. From what I heard, the Dreadnought's not the only one in his garage, so I'll just make him an offer. Give him enough money so he can buy himself another cool Transformer. Spent a small fortune actually getting a Transformer for him for Christmas. You know, Ravage, the Soundwaves cassette, the one that turns into the dog. There was a out of production grey version of Ravage that he wanted, but he didn't tell me it was out of production. So off I go looking for it, and I see some of the prices and I'm like, oh my goodness, he could have told me beforehand. Anyway, I did manage to find him one, so he does now have the grey and black version of Ravage. I hope he's happy with that. Dude, Horus Heresy, good novels. I think with Games Workshop, the best of the novels were all like pre-2015. They changed a lot of the writers, and it's just not... It doesn't, when you're reading them, it doesn't feel like the grim dark world of 40k like it used to do. I don't know, the settings seem to be a bit lighter. But still, it'll be a good read. We are expecting a return of somebody from the Horus Heresy. My favourite Primarch, Liman Russ. According to words around the internet, could be the next one to return. Which I'm glad, because he'll put that arrogant robot Gilliman into his place and tell him what's what. I ain't no fan of the blueberries if you haven't guessed. Heck, I collect space wolves, not blueberries. Let me get this zoom back. There we go. See a little better now.
Nothing big, nothing loud, just a Tuesday and a soft cloud.
What about everybody else then, chat? We got any collections, hobbies, models, music? Music's been a big part of my life for many, many years, since I was a kid.
I know
Still is. I think I'd get a bit lost if I couldn't have a mix of some tunes, like at least once a month. I do have my DJ set up for sale, but my plan is to sell it and upgrade to a standalone device, something like the XDJ, AZ or XZ. You'll have to let me know how the Horus Heresy goes. I used to have a real collection of White Dwarf magazines. Some of them went back to like issue, well, below 50, let me put it that way. And they were in black and white before White Dwarf was even colour. Bit crazy to look at. And see all the painted models in black and white. But that was a thing, peeps. White Dwarf was a black and white magazine at one point. Madness, eh?
Are you still dreaming?
You have to be of a certain vintage to remember those things, so.
Walked outside and the light hit different. Green looks greener and the air feels lifted. Been asleep for a season or a lifetime. Woke up wondering if the clock was right. Time shoes on the porch and the dog at the door. Remembering things I forgot I was for. A laugh from the kitchen and a song from the hall. Hands in the sink and I'm catching it all.
So you think painting these gems is tedious? I've got about 6 guns to paint gems on, so. 10 people in the stream. Hello folks, feel free to join in the chat. It doesn't matter if you say blah and hit enter. But do get yourselves involved. We're building a community here. And I'm really encouraged to do so. And I'll tell you why. I'm blunt and honest, so yeah, I have a couple of diagnoses which cause me to struggle sometimes in daily life, and I find having a community and friends and support around, it makes me feel 100 times better. And from what I hear, the other peeps in the community are likewise. So I'm glad we're building a mutually supported community. I mean, my brain's riddled with ADHD on top of Cptsd. That's fun and games, I can tell you. That's why I came back to this hobby. I gave it up for like 30 years. I started when I was about maybe between 9 and 11. I think I was, yeah, probably 9 when I started. But then I grew up, went to college, got lost in studying music. The models went out the window. And I've told this story before, but last year my old man's having a bit of a clear out. He was dealing with cancer at the time. Update, he's still here. The cancer didn't get him. He won again, second time. But when he was having a clear out, he passed me a big old Yamaha CD rewriter box. A SCSI CD rewriter. If you know what that is, you're of a vintage too. But yeah, he passed me this Skaven Army, which I hadn't seen in 30 years. So I went and bought just a couple of starter paint sets, just so I had a few paints and a couple of brushes. Started painting the Skaven. Realised I was a fool for walking away from the hobby 3 decades ago, because it's immensely helpful for calming my ADHD riddled brain down, and offers a bit of general balance to my life that otherwise was missing. Hence my comments about foolishly leaving the hobby. It's like a little meditation almost. So miniatures aren't just great for fun or great for painting, but they're also great for wellness. How about that? And as much as I've spent on the models since coming back last year, which is an awful lot, I'll be quite honest, it's not as much as the thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds that I spent on personal development courses, coaching courses, NLP courses, hypnosis, therapy sessions of all sorts of varieties. It is not even a tenth of the money that I've spent on all that. And yet, sitting down, being calm, painting my models is probably, I don't know, probably about 90% more conducive to the thousands of pounds I outlaid on therapy and courses and stuff like that. That's just my take on it, each to their own. I do encourage therapy, coaching and all that stuff, if needed. There's only one person that can fix a person, and that's themselves. And I was a broken person, I'll be quite honest. No shame in that. In dark places, people. But now look, we're bald as an old coot, we're smiling and we're painting miniatures again. Happy days. In regards to the last part of that comment, lead by example and show how well and happy you are, and perhaps it could be some kind of positive influence on him. That's how I would think. But my father is also stubborn as a goat, so I can relate. I had some interesting news the other day, which I won't share, but it was certainly interesting and perception gaining, we'll put it that way. Nothing surprising, more of a confirmation of what generally goes through my head in my life. But better the devil you know, I say.
Hold this lightly, hold this kind, let it move through my mind.
A lot of things that I grew up with, I still do. I'm still very much just, I'm a mid-40s older version of my younger self. I haven't changed that much. Personality wise, sure. But in terms of what makes me happy and what I enjoy, no, not so much. Still the same basic values. Peace, love, support, happiness. Essentially my main drivers. And I think the world's a little bit better if the people in it feel a little bit better. And that's why I qualified in coaching and everything like that. I packed up the coaching practice in 2016. But to be quite honest, the more people I speak to on these streams, I'm thinking about reopening the coaching and getting back into it. And I'll be honest, the reason I paid thousands and thousands of pounds out was to, and I will quote what I always quote myself, to unfuck myself. That's how, yeah, harsh things got at times. I spent thousands of pounds in an attempt to unfuck myself. Didn't quite work to plan, but I did learn an amazing skill set, and I can say that I'm proud to have helped many people along the lines who have been worse places than me. So even though the skills I learned couldn't get me to where I wanted to be, I'm there now, but not on my own account. I was able to help a lot of others, and you can't buy that. That's something genuine that only life can give you. And that, tell him in voice, I'm sorry, that means the fucking world to me, people. So bless you all. Like it says in the description, if you ever need to talk, click that Discord link, send me a message. We will have a private conversation. You talk, I'll listen, and if feedback's asked for, perhaps I can offer a nugget here or a nugget there. But big love, peeps. Oh hell, there's a lot of little gems on that one. I saw just a comment in the corner of my eye. I'll check in a moment. Nope. I've got my phone over here, and sometimes it scrolls up. That's how I know to check the comments. For the record, as far as this channel goes and me, I don't charge nothing, I don't ask for memberships, I don't ask for donations. Everything here is bought through my own means. I stream at my own costs, there's no sponsors involved. And that will never change. Same goes for the personal development stuff and coaching. For those that need it, always ask. When I ran a coaching practice, I used to run what's called the value pricing structure. The standard rates for coaching at that time was £50 an hour, which is a hell of a lot of money. So I decided to do what they called value structure pricing, where it was entirely dependent on the potential client, on their income, and literally pay what you want, pay what you feel you can afford, and if you can't afford nothing, don't pay. It's that simple. And I'm still very much the same. I'm not a financially driven person. I've never had much finances in my life. I don't believe money makes you happy in any way, shape or form. In fact, when I've had the most money in my life, I've been pretty fucking miserable. So yeah, what I do, wherever I do it, unless I'm labouring or working for somebody else and I'm being paid, then no, I'll do as much off my own back as possible. Mainly because I give a fuck. So if nobody's told you recently that they give a damn about you, I do. I hope you remember that. Because you're all human beings, you're all good people, and you deserve to be treated so. And if anybody tells you different, send them my way, I'll put them straight. Yep. So with the gems, I start with the darkest base colour, and then I'll generally add a slightly lighter variant and make a mix. Leave the darkest colour right at the base of the part I'm painting, and then just build up the colour to the point of highlights really. Nothing too complicated. If anybody has any questions about painting and stuff like that, feel free. If I can answer, I will. And if I can't answer, I dare say I know somebody that can. Which is, again, I'll point you to the Discord. There's some really good people in there. A number of YouTube streamers are in there. We've got James from Attack of the Pile of Grey. We have Let's Go from Let's Go as soon as VTubing. Black Country Apex is in there. Absolutely solid guy. Yeah. I'm pleased with how everything's going. It's building up nicely. And I have just paid to upgrade the server as well, so we've got a bit better audio quality now. Went up from 64 kilobits per second to 128. Still not fantastic, but much better than 64. Yo! Hey, Sag! You alright, my brother? Freaking good to see you, man. Where have you been all my life? I miss you, bro. Me and Let's Go and High Five were only talking about you the other day. I haven't seen much of Shadow neither. Working, hustling to retire in Thailand. You do right, my man. That's been the goal for about a year now, hasn't it? Hope you're getting closer, because next year's getting closer. I was just speaking with a friend earlier, actually, about something which will inevitably happen in the future, but it puts me in a position to make some choices, and I think if the choice was to get X amount of money, either put a deposit on a property, buy a car, or travel. I wouldn't do any of that in this country. I'd probably buy the camper van, sort the passport, and go gallivanting around the world, and probably never look back, to be quite honest. I hope they're not grinding you too hard though, bro. Chat peeps, this is Sag. Sag's another member of the Discord. Absolute solid gentleman. I love this guy to pieces. They are. Tell him I'll come looking for him. Say our complex is gunning for you. He says to be nice. When we're gonna see you in the VC then, bro? I'll be in there at about 4:30. I'm gonna finish this stream, feed little dags, who are doing well. I know you always ask. And then I think I'm gonna jump on Discord with our Let's Go, have a few games, and after that, who knows? But if you get time, man, jump on and come say hi. I was saying this to a friend earlier. She's been through a lot. And I said, there's a saying that I heard that always sticks with me. And it's so true. It doesn't matter what it is in life, it too shall pass. Yeah, I heard this. How's that going? Feeling fit? Feeling good? An old friend of mine, the one that I started playing 40k with about 30 years ago, he's having some sort of midlife redecision. Just started his kickboxing back up. Apparently he's really enjoying that. Glad to hear. He's been like a best mate for 35 years. I've known him about 35 years. I've known him since I was 8. So yeah, that's good to hear. Oh dude, I posted that whole AI diet plan thing I put together. That's a bit nuts. I've managed to go from, what was I before? About 4 pounds short of 10 stone. And now we're 10 stone, 11 pounds, maybe even 11 stone. But I've managed to seriously put on a bit of Tinder junk with this high protein, high calorie smoothie and recipes that I've got. But yeah, feeling good, man. Yeah, maybe not, but the training and the skills and feeling good for it, that's completely set aside from the actual matches, isn't it? There we go. You, I've never considered you a very aggressive man, to be quite honest. I won't mind seeing you in a boxing ring, but you're a bloody nice guy, sir. This reminds me of like the Transformers soundtrack. This, you know, they've just done a digital remaster of Stan Bush, The Touch. You know the tune from Transformers. You got the touch. Go YouTube it. Literally, I've just done a full remaster of it. Remastered the video as well. It looks fantastic, sounds brilliant, and it's still an absolute classic tune. Makes me smile anyway. Three days of powerlifting, 2 days of hypertrophy, grappling, and lots of biking and walking. I can't see you not getting any net benefits from it, bro. Sounds all very worthwhile to me. Go for it, sir. You can do it! Come on, water boy, you can do it! I'm afraid I lost all my fuzz though in that beautiful muslin beard that I had. I'm sorry, Sag. I know you'll be disappointed with me. I know, man. I know. I'm still fucking beautiful though. Thanks, brother. You too. And eventually I'll get all these bloody models painted. Then I can move on to the next set of models and get them painted, and then the next set and get them painted. I've probably got around, well, let's see, there's 36 there, 28 there, that's that bloody best part of 60. I'd say there's roughly 100 and between 120 to 140 models I've got still to paint. Plus the 5, 10, 15, 20, plus the 20 that are currently owned away. So yeah, I've got a nice bit to sink my teeth into. Absolutely, absolutely, bro. I'll be there. Look after yourself. Have a fucking awesome day, so big love, my bro. Thanks for calling in. You made my day, mate. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's Sag, aka Khalifa. He's a genuinely top bloke. The conversations that me and him had would bend most people's minds. But yeah, top guy. Love him for it. Hopefully he's gone and didn't hear me say that then. Oh no. Tunes, what time are we on? We have 10 minutes left before I have to end the stream, people. And then I will have to go feed my wee dogs. Coco and Zoe, Pomeranian and teacup chihuahua. 1.4 kilogram teacup chihuahua, she's adorable. They both used to be my mum's dogs. Mum passed in 2017. I was stuck in care duties for another 5 years, but after that ended, got this place, the dogs came with me, and they've been like my little life buddies ever since. They're quietly just sleeping in the living room at the moment, with it being such a hot day. They had a long day yesterday, bless them. What's all the other guns and weapons? Oh, ammo. What do I say, peeps? For all of you that are still here, thank you very much. If you've enjoyed a bit of time here, please consider pressing that thumbs up button. Just help the channel over a period of time. That's all I'll ask, it costs nothing. And if you have a channel of your own or anything, feel free to let us know. Always supporting other content creators. Because again, it's a community thing. Do you know what makes a community? Common unity. Without that, there's no such thing as community. And I suppose that's where I try to bridge myself, find common unity. Even the weirdest people that you'd think you'd never talk to, you'd be surprised how easy it is to find common ground with most people. After all, we're all human. It's a condition on its own, isn't it? This mix is a bit of deep house. What's the channel called? This is by the YouTube channel Healthy Ball. It's just like a nice 5 hours of rather chilled out deep house. But if there's a type of music I've always loved, house music. Got to be. In fact, this weekend, tomorrow, I'm probably going to jump on Twitch and do a bit of a set. My username on Twitch is the same as here, Complex Autist. Maybe I'll see some of you there, maybe I won't. But either way, I've got my plan. Do what you enjoy in life, have fun doing it. There's no way you can have such a bad life then, is there? Here for modelling, we have a chat about all sorts. How about that? So I have approximately 5 minutes left. If any of you want to get a comment in or have a word or discuss anything, please feel free to do so, because I will be leaving the live very soon. But again, I'd like to repeat my gratitude and thanks for you being here. It's your time. I'm using mine as I wish to use it, and the fact that you choose to spend something that you'll never get back here, well, words can't really say, you know, the value of that, can they? Thank you. I appreciate you. Whether you chat or not, you're always welcome. And every one of these little gems that I've started doing in green, you're going to need another 3 or 4 different colours on each individual gem. So I know I'll be painting for a couple of hours yet when I get back to it. Jamming with the gems. Jam with the gemstones, that would be an interesting live gig, wouldn't it? Anybody watch that? Gemstones. Bit of a mad series. I think it's quite accurate actually, given the family's behaviour. I think a lot of that goes on. Right, that's all my green bits done. No, why? One more gun. Alright, last set of gems, and then I'm done, people. If you're still here, which I see some of you are, then feel free to come and say hi in the Discord. Great to get to know you. Maybe some of you don't chat on stream because you're not entirely comfortable, but you're wonderful, interesting people. And all the same, come say hi. Ooh, groovy. Nice bass. Lovely stuff. Progress being made. Is it glued in there? Yeah, that's going to be a little bit awkward, but you know. I bought this model off eBay, I didn't actually glue it together. It's cool though. However, I didn't make my life easier when I glued this one together. That would have been much easier to paint in sub-assembly, I'm sure. But, yeah, that'll be on a stream in the future. This is a Drakari Venom for those that haven't seen one before. But that will be on a stream coming soon. And I even already have the paint design for it. Watch this. And I'll tell you exactly how I get these designs. So that there is my colour scheme that's going to be for the vehicle that I just showed you. And that was done using Gemini AI. So if you've painted a model or have a colour scheme or know a colour scheme that you would preferably like to try and do, take a picture of your blank model, then tell Gemini the sort of scheme that you're looking for. Like I used a particular Harley Quinn's mask theme as my basis of colour choice, and upload your blank picture of your model. Ask Gemini if they could apply a colour scheme to said description, see what it gives you, then you can adjust the prompts and refine the image that it does for you, and eventually you can preview a paint scheme you haven't painted yet to give you something to focus on and maybe inspire you a little. So I'll leave you on that last tip. Gemini AI, great for helping paint designs. friend of mine, G, put me onto that one. So shout out, Pato. Big up yourself, brother. Right then, people. It's that time. My dogs won't feeding. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful weekend. And hope to see you soon. Thanks for being here.